if it does not submit documents, if it does not provide honest and reliable information. In other words, if it provides false information, that's another way that it's not complying with the Skills Development Act. Number 4, if it does not apply for registration. Now, these are all the ways that a business does not comply with the Skills Development Act. Now, surely there's a consequence if the business does not comply with the Skills Development Act. So what can happen? The employer can be given a jail sentence, just make sure you guys can see, of up to 1 year. Or they could also be fined if they do not comply with the Skills Development Act. Okay, so now you know all that you need to know about compliance and non-compliance. Let's go over a few terms that you need to be familiar with when you are looking at the Skills Development Act. I'm going to write down the term and I'm going to quickly explain it to you. So when we're looking at the rest of the skills development and the other sections, you're going to understand. Let's look at SETAs, National Skills Authority, a skills program, learnerships. These are all the important terms that are part of the Skills Development Act that you need to know. Skills Development Facilitator, and the National Skills Development Fund. Okay, let's go. SETAs. What are the SETAs? Okay, let's look at what it stands for. SETAs stand for Sector Education and Training Authorities. These are organizations that were created for each of South Africa's economic sectors. It is responsible for organizing education and training for that specific sector. I don't know if I went over the different SETAs with you, but in our next lesson, I'll go over the different SETAs. Right, let's go. So we've explained the SETAs and what they are, what it stands for, and what they do. Let's go over the National Skills Authority. The National Skills Authority is responsible for corresponding with the SETAs, and it advises the Department of Labor on the national skills development policies and strategy. So that is what the National Skills Authority is responsible for. Then we look at a skills program. What is a skills program? This is a training program or a training course. An employee will receive credits when this course is done, which will then count towards their end qualification. Okay, so now you know what a skills program is. Learnerships. A learnership is a program consisting of 2 parts, theory and practical. Learnerships will result in recognized qualifications. So once you complete your learnership, you will be in possession of a recognized qualification. What is this? What is a skills development facilitator? A skills development facilitator is a person that a company appoints This person is responsible for overseeing the skills development process in that company. This person must be trained and accredited by the relevant SETA. And the last one, we've got National Skills Development Fund. This is a fund that is available to finance projects that are of priority in the National Skills Development Strategy. Now, don't be afraid. We're going to go over that in our next lesson. And when it is not responsible for any SETA, so when this fund is responsible for financing the National Skills Development Strategy, when a SETA is not, when it is not responsible for any SETA. Okay? So now you understand these terms. In our next lesson, we will be going over, I want to actually go over the National Skills Development Strategy. So that's what we'll be looking at in our next lesson. So join me again next time for part 5 of the Skills Development Act.